Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar, and with me is Abhineet Shukla with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold virtual meeting with US President Joe Biden tomorrow. Focus will be on bilateral cooperation, recent developments in South Asia, Indo-Pacific region and global issues of mutual interest. India-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue will take place in Washington tomorrow. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to lead Indian delegation. Precaution dose of COVID-19 vaccine to over 18 years at private vaccination centres across the country is being administered from today. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy's new cabinet to take oath tomorrow morning. Home Minister Amit Shah says cooperative movement has made India self-reliant in milk production. Pakistan Parliament to elect the new Prime Minister tomorrow. PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif and Shah Mahmood Qureshi of PTI filed their nomination papers. Ram Navami is being celebrated with religious fervour and enthusiasm in different parts of the country. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals defeat Kolkata Knight Riders by 44 runs in Mumbai. Match between Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Super Giants underway at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold a virtual meeting with US President Joe Biden tomorrow. External Affairs Ministry said the two leaders will review ongoing bilateral cooperation and exchange views on recent developments in South Asia, the Indo-Pacific region and global issues of mutual interest. The virtual meeting will enable both sides to continue their regular and high-level engagement aimed at further strengthening the bilateral comprehensive global strategic partnership. The leaders' virtual interaction will precede the fourth India-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue. The fourth India-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue will get underway in Washington tomorrow. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will lead the Indian delegation. The US delegation will be led by Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Secretary of Defence Lloyd Austin. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh left for the US last night on a 6-day visit. Mr. Singh will also visit United States Indo-Pacific Command headquarters in Hawaii during the visit. The Defence Minister said in a tweet that the visit will give him an opportunity to hold talks with the US Secretary of Defence and Secretary of State on ways to deepen the India-US strategic partnership. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar will also meet his US counterpart Secretary Blinken separately. He is scheduled to meet senior members of the US administration to further advance the India-US comprehensive global strategic partnership. Our correspondent reports that the dialogue would enable both sides to undertake a comprehensive review of cross-cutting issues in the India-US bilateral agenda related to foreign policy, defence and security, with the objective of providing strategic guidance and vision for further consolidating the relationship. The 2+2 dialogue mechanism will also provide an opportunity to exchange views about important regional and global developments. This year's event will celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations and reaffirm the importance of India-US comprehensive and global strategic partnership in ensuring international peace and security. It will reaffirm the shared commitment to a free, open and prosperous Indo-Pacific region.
Administration of precaution dose to 18+ population through private vaccination centres has started across the country from today. All those who are more than 18 years of age and have completed 9 months after the administration of second dose will be eligible for the precaution dose. This facility would be available in all private vaccination centres. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said in a tweet that with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mantra of Sabka Prayas, we will strengthen the fight against corona even stronger. Here is more in this report.
About 96% of all 15+ population in the country have received at least one COVID-19 vaccine dose, while about 83% of the 15+ population has received both the doses. More than 2.4 crore precaution doses have also been administered to healthcare workers, frontline workers and 60+ population group. Over 45% of 12 to 14 years age group have also received the first dose. The ongoing free vaccination program through government vaccination centers centers for first and second dose to the eligible population as well as precaution dose to healthcare workers, frontline workers and 60+ population will continue and will be accelerated. Anupam Mishra, AIR News, Delhi.
Talking to AIR News, Dr. V.K. Paul, member Niti Aayog, explained about who all can take the vaccine.
Today, the country has launched precaution dose implementation for all adults of India. Those who have completed 9 months from the second dose administration are now eligible for the precaution dose. You will take the vaccine that you have taken originally. If you have taken 2 doses of Covaxin, so your precaution dose will be Covaxin. If you took the original 2 doses of Covishield, you will take Covishield as the precaution dose. You must also remember that in between, if you had an attack of corona, then we ensure that 3 months have also elapsed from that episode, since the time of recovery of that episode.
In Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy's new cabinet will be sworn in a ceremony at 11:31 tomorrow morning. The new Council of Ministers is set to assume office in the vacant space near the Secretariat. All 24 previous cabinet ministers resigned on Thursday to pave the way for new ministers to be inducted in the cabinet, following which letters were sent to Andhra Pradesh Governor Vishwabhushan Harichandan's office on Saturday. The Governor has accepted all those resignations tendered by the 24 cabinet ministers today. Our correspondent reports that the new ministers list is about to reach Raj Bhavan, Vijayawada.
Union Home and Cooperative Minister Amit Shah has inaugurated a new building of Guj Komasol, Gujarat State Cooperative Marketing Federation Limited at GIDC in Gandhinagar this evening. The new building of Guj Komasol has been named as Tribhuvan Das Patel Sahakar Bhavan, who had founded the Guj Komasol. Speaking on this occasion, Mr. Shah praised the contribution of late Shri Tribhuvan Das Patel in the cooperative movement of Gujarat. Mr. Shah said the cooperative movement has not only made India self-reliant in the field of milk production, but has also solved the problem of malnutrition for the coming generations. He said NCDFI and milk production committees have an important contribution in this.
दूध के उत्पादन की कॉस्ट को हमें नीचे लाना चाहिए और एक्सपोर्ट के लक्ष्यांकों को ऊंचा कर दुनिया भर में भारत के दूध और दूध की बनावट दूध की प्रोडक्ट्स चली जाए, इसके लिए हमने तैयारी अभी से करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि दूध उत्पादन जब बढ़ेगा तो कहां बेचेंगे उसको। अब बहुत बड़ी जगह नहीं बची है, हम आत्मनिर्भर हो चुके हैं दूध के उत्पादन में, मगर दूध उत्पादन बढ़ने की बहुत संभावना है। तो दुनिया में अगर उसको बेचना है तो ये 4 क्षेत्रों से हमने कॉस्ट नीचे लाने का प्रयास करना चाहिए।
The Home Minister said Prime Minister's waste to wealth concept is not only associated with cleanliness, but it is also the solution to global warming and climate change.
वेस्ट टू वेल्थ का प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो कंसेप्ट है, ये केवल स्वच्छता के साथ नहीं जुड़ा है, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग और बदलते हुए जलवायु परिवर्तन, ये दोनों का उपाय भी उसमें है। स्वच्छता इसी में समाहित है और उसके साथ में प्राकृतिक खेती का फायदा भी मिलने वाला है।
Mr. Shah urged not to become content with becoming the largest milk producer in the world, as there are still many possibilities yet to be tapped in this sector. Union Home and Cooperative Minister Amit Shah also attended the E-Market Award function of the National Cooperative Dairy Federation, NCDF, in Gandhinagar. Earlier today, the Home Minister inaugurated the Seema Darshan project at Nadabet, located on the Indo-Pak border in Banaskantha district of Gujarat this morning. Speaking on this occasion, Mr. Shah said that this multi-purpose tourism project was completed under the direct guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mr. Shah said that our nation is achieving new heights in the world because our BSF Jawans are guarding our borders. Mr. Shah also visited Nadeshwari Mata temple at Nadabet and offered puja and darshan. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has emphasized the need for greater participation of private sector in strengthening healthcare infrastructure in the country. He called upon the private sector to complement the government efforts and take medical profession and allied activities as a mission. The Vice President today inaugurated an imaging facility in Safdarjung Development Area in New Delhi.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold virtual meeting with US President Joe Biden tomorrow. Focus will be on bilateral cooperation, recent developments in South Asia, Indo-Pacific region and global issues of mutual interest. India-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue will take place in Washington tomorrow. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to lead the Indian delegation. Precaution dose of COVID-19 vaccine to those over 18 years at private vaccination centres across the country is being administered from today. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy's new cabinet to take oath tomorrow morning. Home Minister Amit Shah says cooperative movement has made India self-reliant in milk production. Pakistan Parliament to elect the new Prime Minister tomorrow. PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif and Shah Mahmood Qureshi of PTI filed their nomination papers. Ram Navami is being celebrated with religious fervour and enthusiasm in different parts of the country. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals defeat Kolkata Knight Riders by 44 runs in Mumbai. Match between Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Super Giants underway at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back. You are tuned to the evening news on All India Radio. Ram Navami is being celebrated with religious fervour and enthusiasm in different parts of the country today. It is celebrated every year on the 9th day of the Hindu New Year. The festival marks the birth of Lord Rama, the 7th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, to King of Ayodhya, Dashrath and Queen Kaushalya. Devotees visit temples to pay their respects, read sacred verses from Ramayana and participate in bhajan and kirtan. Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have extended greetings and best wishes to all citizens on the occasion. In his message, Mr. Kovind urged all citizens to follow the path shown by Lord Ram and resolve to build a glorious nation. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, "May everyone get happiness, peace and prosperity in life by the grace of Lord Sri Ram." People also celebrated the last day of Chaitra Navratra today. People observed 8-day fasting and worship goddess Durga, and on the 8th or 9th day break fast by holding feasts for young girls. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated the annual Madhavpur Mela at Madhavpur Gate in Porbandar district of Gujarat this evening. The 4-day-long historic and traditional fair is a symbol of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, which is being organized as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Speaking on the occasion, the President said that India's ancient cultural integrity and deep-rooted social harmony are fully reflected in the story of Sri Krishna and Rukmani ji. He expressed the happiness that this fair has been organized by the Cultural Ministry of the Government of India since 2018. According to folklore, Madhavpur Gate village was the witness to the marriage of Lord Krishna and Rukmani ji. The 15th century Madhavraj Ji temple marks this historic event.
In Pakistan, the National Assembly session to elect the new Premier will be held tomorrow. PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif has submitted his nomination papers for the post of Prime Minister in the National Assembly. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party has also submitted papers as the candidate of Prime Minister. The nominations came a day after Imran Khan was removed from the post of Prime Minister after losing the no-confidence vote in the 342-member Pakistan National Assembly. Imran Khan became the first Pakistani Prime Minister to be removed after losing no-confidence motion in the Assembly. Bangladesh science teacher Hridoy Chandra Mondal has granted bail by a Munshiganj court on Sunday. Hridoy Mondal was arrested on March 22nd based on a complaint that he had insulted Islam while discussing the difference between science and religion with students in the school. The conversation was secretly recorded and a complaint lodged with the police on March 20th against him. The issue had created a big uproar in the country. Several organizations including the Dhaka University Teachers Association DUTA, student groups, University Teachers Network UTN, artists and human rights groups and individuals demanded immediate release of Hridoy Mondal by the government.
And back home in Jammu and Kashmir, the Secretary of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Apurva Chandra, will convene a meeting on Monday regarding the media publicity to be given to 2022 Sri Amarnath Yatra schedule to start from June 30th this year. Chief Secretary of Jammu and Kashmir, Arun Kumar Mehta, CEO of Sri Amarnath Ji Shrine Board, Nitishwar Kumar, Principal Secretary, Government of Jammu and Kashmir, Rohit Kansal, and senior officials from the central government will attend the meeting. Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Smriti Irani, chaired the Zonal Conference of State Governments and Stakeholders of the Northeast region on the ministry schemes in Guwahati today. She laid down the details of Poshan 2.0 Abhiyan, Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, and Saksham Anganwadi and other initiatives of the ministry. Addressing the gathering, the Union Minister said that the budget this year has provided 14% more allocation than the previous year.
In the union budget, we saw an increase of 14% with regards to budgetary allocation for women over the previous year. Today, the union budget has espoused a spend of 1,71,000 crores for the welfare of women across the country. And as a part of those welfare measures, we are proud to say that Mission Poshan is one of the flagship schemes of the Honorable Prime Minister. We all are aware that due to malnourishment, there are many families that are challenged with health needs and emergencies.
States of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Sikkim and Nagaland participated in the meeting.
As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events is being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Janotsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news. The next question of the quiz will be shared with listeners tomorrow. And now, let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we commemorate the 105th anniversary of the Champaran Satyagraha, the first Satyagraha movement led by Gandhiji in India. It was a farmer's uprising who protested against having to grow indigo with barely any payment for it.
Mahatma Gandhi was persuaded by Rajkumar Shukla, an indigo cultivator from Champaran, to lead the movement against exploitation of farmers in the region. Gandhiji noticed that under the Tinkatia system, the Champaran tenant farmer was bound by law to plant 3 out of every 20 parts of his land with indigo for his landlord. Gandhiji reached Champaran in April 1917 and started implementing the similar methods of satyagraha that he had used in South Africa to organize mass uprisings by people to protest against injustice.
The local authorities did not find his visit welcome, and they tried to dissuade Gandhiji from undertaking his inquiry. But Gandhiji determinedly began his work from the house of Babu Gorakh Prasad in Motihari, headquarters of the district. He was charged with violating Section 144 of CRPC and served summons. Gandhiji refused to leave Champaran, and his popularity soared as the news of his prosecution broke.
On the 18th of April 1917, when Gandhiji appeared in Motihari court, he found 2,000 local people accompanying him. Gandhiji pleaded guilty and read out a statement.
As a law-abiding citizen, my first instinct would be, as it was, to obey the orders served on me. But I could not do so without doing violence to my sense of duty to those for whom I have come. I feel that I could not just now serve them only by remaining in their midst. I could not therefore voluntarily retire. Amid this conflict of duties, I could only throw the responsibility of removing me from them on the administration. I have disregarded the order served upon me not for want of respect for lawful authority, but in obedience to the higher law of our being, the voice of conscience.
The Lieutenant Governor of Bihar ordered the withdrawal of case against Gandhiji. But this small step was a giant leap forward in the history of the freedom struggle. The Satyagraha heralded the advent of the Gandhian era in the Indian independence struggle.
Today we remember the freedom fighter Chirravuri Yageshwar Chintamani. C.Y. Chintamani was born on the 10th of April 1880 at Vijayanagaram in Andhra Pradesh. He spent much of his public life in Prayagraj. Right from his young days, Chintamani was drawn to the moderate leaders of the Indian National Congress. He joined the Indian National Congress in 1898 and also became the editor of the newspaper Vizag Spectator. After his joining, the newspaper was renamed as Indian Herald.
However, the pinnacle of Chintamani's journalistic career came with his association with the newspaper The Leader. Published from Allahabad, The Leader emerged as a leading English nationalist newspaper in the United Province. The Leader was a joint venture of leading nationalists including Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, Motilal Nehru, Sachidanand Sinha and Tej Bahadur Sapru. Chintamani was first brought in as a joint editor with Nagendranath Gupta. He soon became the sole editor of The Leader. The newspaper criticized the British Raj and its policies.
Chintamani left Congress in 1918 to form the Liberal Party with Surendranath Banerjee, Dinshaw Vacha, Chimanlal Setalvad and Tej Bahadur Sapru. As a liberal, his preferred way to secure freedom was the use of constitutional means. Under the Government of India Act 1919, Chintamani served as the Education Minister of the United Province. Between 1927 and 1936, he was the leader of the opposition in the UP Legislative Council. In 1930, he was invited as a delegate to the First Round Table Conference in London.
Chintamani's fiercely independent personality was reflected in his unwavering commitment to principles. Even after he was awarded the knighthood in 1939, his criticism of the British Raj did not cease. Chintamani served as the editor of the newspaper The Leader until his death on the 1st of July 1941. AIR News pays tribute to the nationalist leader C.Y. Chintamani.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
FSSAI has launched Food Safety Connect app for food business operators and consumers. Download this app from Google Play Store and easily apply for FSSAI registration. Consumers can use this app to register food-related complaints.
Ministry of Panchayati Raj will be celebrating the iconic week from tomorrow to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as a Jan Utsav in the spirit of Jan Bhagidari. The week-long commemorative events will commence with organizing National Stakeholders Conference on Localization of Sustainable Development Goals tomorrow at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. To celebrate this monumental occasion till the 17th of April, the Ministry of Panchayati Raj has conceptualized a series of thematic conferences on the theme Panchayaton ke Nav Nirman ka Sankalpotsav. It will showcase the convergence of the views, ideas, technological interventions, best practices and cutting-edge insights of all stakeholders towards localization of Sustainable Development Goals SDGs through Panchayati Raj institutions. In Australia, Prime Minister Scott Morrison has called for a federal election on 21st of May. At present, Morrison's ruling coalition holds 76 seats in the House of Representatives. Opinion polls suggested there will be a change of government with the opposition Labour Party, led by Anthony Albanese, tipped to take office. However, in the last election, Scott Morrison won, despite most polls predicting otherwise. Morrison is the first leader to serve a full term in office since John Howard, who won 4 elections before losing to Labour's Kevin Rudd in 2007.
In Sri Lanka, protests against price rise of essential items and fuel are continuing, with thousands rallying in the capital Colombo yesterday. Earlier, cash-strapped Sri Lanka's central bank hiked interest rates by a record 700 basis points on Friday. Severe shortage of food and fuel, alongside long electricity blackouts, have led to weeks of widespread anti-government demonstrations with calls for resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. In Kerala, isolated heavy rain accompanied by lightning and thunderstorm are likely to continue till Thursday. Various districts have been placed under yellow alert for the next 4 days. As high-velocity wind is likely to blow across the state, fishermen have been warned not to venture into the sea.
Renowned Assamese poet Nilamani Phukan is to be conferred the country's highest literary award, Gyanpith, at Guwahati tomorrow. One of the most celebrated poets of Assam, Nilamani Phukan, has been named for the Gyanpith Award in December last year, and it will be presented in Guwahati. This happened for the first time that the Gyanpith Award will be presented there. The Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, will also be present at the event. Along with him, all the members of the Gyanpith Committee will be present on the occasion. It may be recalled that Nilamani Phukan is the 3rd person to win the Gyanpith Award from Assam. Before him, Mamoni Roysom Goswami and Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya had won the award, and both of them had accepted the award in Delhi. The notable works of Phukan are Shurzya, Henu Nami Ahe I Nodiyedi Kobita, and Gulapi Jamur Lagna. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that PM Kisan Samman Nidhi and other schemes related to agriculture are giving new strength to crores of farmers of the country. Mr. Modi said that when farmers become stronger, the nation prospers. In a tweet, he said the country is proud of our farmers and New India will be more prosperous when our farmers are empowered.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will continue to reel under heat wave. The minimum temperature will be around 21 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 41 degrees. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The minimum temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 35 degrees. Chennai is likely to have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected to be around 36 degrees. Kolkata is likely to have partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 35 degrees. Visakhapatnam will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 34 degrees. Hyderabad is expected to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder lightning. The temperature will hover between 25 and 39 degrees Celsius. Bengaluru will have misty sky. The minimum temperature will be 23 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 35 degrees. Thiruvananthapuram will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The minimum temperature will be around 26 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 34 degrees. Guwahati, Shillong, Kohima and Itanagar will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rains or thunder showers. Imphal, Gangtok, Agartala and Aizawl are expected to have partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers or drizzle.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold virtual meeting with US President Joe Biden tomorrow. Focus will be on bilateral cooperation, recent developments in South Asia, Indo-Pacific region and global issues of mutual interest. India-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue will take place in Washington tomorrow. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to lead Indian delegation. Precaution dose of COVID-19 vaccine to those over 18 years at private vaccination centers across the country is being administered from today. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy's new cabinet to take oath tomorrow morning. Home Minister Amit Shah says cooperative movement has made India self-reliant in milk production. Pakistan Parliament to elect the new Prime Minister tomorrow. PMLN President Shahbaz Sharif and Shah Mahmood Qureshi of PTI filed their nomination papers. Ram Navami is being celebrated with religious fervour and enthusiasm in different parts of the country. And in IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals defeat Kolkata Knight Riders by 44 runs in Mumbai, and match between Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Super Giants underway in Mumbai. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.